Aloha mai kako. Today is Wednesday, February 11th, and the time is 9:05. And I call this meeting of the Committee on Beneficiary Advocacy and Empowerment to order. Aloha, everybody. Welcome. And also want to acknowledge my staff, Trustee A. Leanne Stender Durant, who is serving as the committee meeting recording secretary, and Trustee Secretary Kyla He, who is serving as a committee technology and information specialist. Leanne, please take the roll.
Trustee Ahuna.
Hail.
Trustee Akaka.
Hail.
Trustee Akina.
Aloha mai kako.
Trustee Alapa is running late. Trustee Kahele. Meeting. Trustee Lindsay.
Present.
Trustee Souza. Trustee Waihee. Not present. Chair Galataria.
Yo.
You have 6 present. You have a quorum.
Okay, we can do business. Public testimony will be allowed on any agenda item and will be limited to 5 minutes per speaker. Before moving on to the items on the agenda, I'd like to call our COO, K. Sean Kekina, to join us here at the table and introduce any administrative staff joining us today. Good morning.
Aloha kakai akakako, mahalo nui, Chair, Vice Chair, and Trustees. This morning from administration, we have with us in support our Interim Administrator and Chief Executive Officer, Summer Silva, our General Counsel, Everett Ota, our Director of Advocacy, Leonala Lei, our Managing Director of Real Estate, Daniel Sandemeyer, our Director of Communications, Bill Brennan, our IT Systems Engineer and Administrator, Daniel Santos. Mahalo.
Mahalo. Thank you very much. Okay, let's proceed to new business. We have 9 matrices to consider and vote on today. We'll receive public testimony for each item separately. And in order to keep us on track so as not to take too much time from our next committee, we will consider the bills our advocacy team has flagged for discussion. We invite Chief Advocate Leonala Lei and advocacy. Is Deja here today? Oh, she's working on a few things. Something's going on. Something's happening at the Capitol. Okay, very good. So you're going to be representing the advocacy team. Let's begin for 2026 OHA State Legislative Package Matrix 1. Any public testimony, Leanne?
No public testimony at this time.
Okay. We need the motion right now, or we have discussion.
Have her
Yeah.
present.
Okay, Leonala, you ready to present Matrix 1? And then we'll go into business after that.
Okay. Good
Okay.
morning. Thank you. So Matrix 1 is our package. And so I'll give a few updates about the status of moving these bills. So on the first one, which is the constitutional amendment to prohibit destructive military live fire training, the House side bill died because it did not get a triple referral on Monday, which was the day so the HB of the Con-Am bill died because it didn't. No problem. So the HB side is not moving because the triple referral deadline was Monday when the power was out. But I spoke to the Senate Water and Land Chair yesterday to update him that it had died on the House side because of the triple referral. So the Senate side is the only vehicle to move that. So on the House side. Yeah, so I was just updating. I've talked to the Senate chairs about updating them that the House side has died, so the Senate side is the only vehicle to move. So we would like to get that scheduled on the Senate side. On our aquarium bill, this hasn't been scheduled for hearing on either side, but what happened is the Water and had a substantially similar bill that was heard that was heard yesterday, SB 2996. So you might have seen that we sent out an action alert over the weekend to get testimony from our beneficiaries, because it was basically the same bill. The only thing only from our beneficiaries, because it was basically the same bill. The only thing is we had a friendly amendment to delete an additional provision in the statute. So we had that hearing yesterday. We had a lot of good community testimony. I think there was about 100 in support and significantly less in opposition. But I would say the hearing was rough. The oppose guys kind of piled on at the end, and there's about 7 talking about how it would affect their business personally. Granted, it was mostly 2 families and they all called in individually, but it was still 7 individuals calling in about how it would affect them. And in particular, Senator DeCourt mentioned how she had received calls from 6 of her constituents who have historically been operating in the trade. So they deferred decision making till Friday, and there's a coalition of individuals who are reaching out to the senators who expressed reservations. But I will say, anytime anyone comes and testifies about economic impact to their personal business, it's very effective. So you could definitely feel the temperature in the room change with that testimony.
Leonala,
Yes.
did the opposition understand the gist of the bill? Because from what I have learned, this doesn't, for those who make their living from fishing, right, this doesn't affect them in that way.
No, it was not. It was individuals who specifically do commercial aquarium collection who were
Okay,
testifying.
got it.
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
thank you.
So we'll be following up until the deferred decision making on Friday at 1. And we actually have Native Hawaiian Day at the Capitol on Friday, which we got notice of last week. And we should have the flyer circulate, but that'll be another opportunity where beneficiaries will be trying to reach their legislators to talk about this bill before decision making at 1. And there is still a chance that it could move on the House or the Senate side through our own package bill as well. So that's item 2. On item 3, this is our bill to restore protections under the Historic Preservation Review process. And this bill is actually being heard on the House side right now. Our compliance advocate, Lealoha Mukuanani, actually came over from Kauai for this hearing and some others, and the Native Hawaiian Day on Friday. So she's testifying on behalf of OHA right now for this bill. This was another action alert that you might have seen gone out over the weekend, and we also got quite a bit of testimony on this bill as well. And it still needs to be heard on the Senate side, but it's moving on the House. Moving on to item 4, which is relating to the Land Use Commission. This one was heard, my days are blurring together, Monday or yesterday? We heard it, I think it was yesterday, and it moved out of committee pretty much as written, out of the Water and Land Committee on the House side. It's still waiting for a hearing on the Senate side. Relating to Island Burial Councils, item 5, this is the one to help the burial councils meet by reducing quorum requirements and allowing OHA to provide compensation. And that one passed out of the House on Monday in substantially the same form, and it still has to be heard on the Senate side. Our rent stabilization bill was also a triple referral. So it is dead on the House side, but we are working with the housing chair to get a hearing on the Senate side, but it is not popular with the Housing Committee, which is the first committee. So that's the status of all our package bills.
For Matrix 1, yeah?
Correct. So
Okay.
that's just an update.
Okay.
No action necessary.
What about, okay, got it. Okay, members, I need a motion to approve, amend the Matrix 1. Do I have a motion, members? Thank you. Thank you, trustee. All right, now we can move into discussion. Any discussion or questions for Leonala for Matrix 1, members? Oh, okay, see, all right. Leanne, please call the roll. Matrix 1.
Trustee Ahuna. Trustee Akaka. Trustee Akina. Trustee Alapa is not present. Trustee Kahele is.
Aye.
Oh, Trustee Kahele, thank you. Trustee Lindsay.
Aye.
Trustee Souza. Trustee Waihe'e.
Yes.
Chair Galutaria.
Aye.
You have 8 yes votes.
Thank you, members. Okay, item B is being canceled, so let's move to item C, which is the Matrix 3 affecting public land trust. Any public testimony, Leanne?
No, there isn't.
None?
No, there isn't.
None?
None.
Okay. Okay, Lee. Go ahead.
And then after Matrix 3, I did have an update on Matrix 2, even though there's nothing to take action on. I do have an update on bills that were on previous matrices, but I'll proceed with Matrix 3 for now, unless you want to go back to Matrix 2
No, go ahead.
with 3.
3.
Okay. So Matrix 3, this week on the agenda, we only have bills, new bills that weren't previously listed or might have had a change position. So are there any questions with respect to the proposed positions on Matrix 3?
No, but get close to the mic so we can
Oh,
hear you.
excuse me.
And the audience too. Okay. You're asking for any questions? Is there any change?
The Banyan Drive ones we had previously discussed, and I think just because it had been on the published agenda with no position, this is comment, but we had in fact previously discussed this as far as asking OHA to be on the board and just noting that it is in fact ceded lands and that disposition of these lands is significant to the Native Hawaiian community and should have beneficiary input through the
see.
process.
Okay. Trustee Akaka, you have anything that you'd like to add?
It's mostly regarding what was addressed when it comes to Banyan Drive. And also regarding item 6, SB 2799 relating to Kalaupapa settlement. I was interested in what the comment would be on that.
This was also to ensure that there's an opportunity for beneficiary and resident comment, and specifically, we've been, in the past, there was an OHA resolution to support the primary Ohana organization down there, so we just want to maintain our consistency with those past positions of having the residents in Ohana have input.
I don't see OHA mentioned in there as well, given the those lands would fall under Crown and government lands. Right?
We could ask for OHA. I mean, I think that's our past position again has been to let the community lead and to support through the Ohana and see if there's anything that they could, because they've come to OHA in the past when they need support, and we haven't had them ask us specifically at this time to have a formal role. So that's what our position is based on.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, so may I have a motion here? Let me see.
Chair, can I ask a question?
Oh, okay. Chair Kaile.
Lena Ala, the House Bill 2616. Can you tell me again the comment position on that? I'm looking at the bill as well. Do you recall?
Let me
Yeah.
just make sure I'm thinking of.
House Bill 2616, there's no companion in the Senate.
I just want to be sure I'm looking at the same one because there's several Mauna Kea ones. So. So this is the one that there had been a discussion and request led by Trustee Akaka last time to ask to have OHA part of the development district.
The board.
Yes. Is there further discussion on that? 18.
Yep.
That's where we
Yeah.
would be asking.
I mean, I think OHA, not only in terms of possibly having a seat on this, should also be weighing in on the cultural specialist piece, the lineal descendant of this area.
Yeah, we could make a similar suggestion that we have to other bills this session, that OHA be the nominating body.
For sure. I mean, otherwise it would fall to like DLNR or the Ahamoku or,
Correct.
yeah, we should include an amendment in that,
Okay.
that has OHA being able to offer.
Okay.
Yeah, for things of this nature, we want OHA to be in play. Okay, Leah?
Got it. Yes.
All right.
And I think 2616 is, if I look at who introduced the bill and the referral, I think this is the Banyan Drive vehicle.
You know, Trustee Kaihale, this is your area.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is there something that you want to share with the board about Banyan Drive?
No, I mean, I think, definitely like what Leonala said, it is ceded land. I mean, in the past, it has, been on the short list of public land trust, parcels in DLNR's inventory that they've looked at transferring to the Office of Foreign Affairs. You know, I'm not, I think in my personal opinion, I think HCDA is pretty stretched across the state, where HCDA has become like the only or the go-to agency for development, whether it's in Kaka'ako Makai or Kaka'ako Mauka, Kalailoa, Lahaina, Heia, they're everywhere. And, you know, every place I just mentioned is on Oahu. HCA doesn't have any presence in Hilo, at least today. So I'm a little skeptical on using HCDA as the redevelopment vehicle for Banyan Drive.
Yeah.
You know, but something needs to be done on Banyan Drive, and it's been worked on for quite some time. You know, this is another, I don't think we've had a proposal in the past that has, you know, considered HCA as being having the powers and the development authority on Banyan Drive. But just the fact that, you know, it is ceded land, OHA should have a major role in that piece. So I think anything we can do to weigh in on the makeup of the board to ensure that OHA and the Native Hawaiian community have a direct seat at the table is really important. And be able to weigh in on some of these other seats that approach it from either a cultural lens or a lineal descendant lens. Yeah.
Okay, will do.
I think
Mahalo.
HCD is the last people we want to have authority over Banyan Drive. I mean, there's just too much on their plate anyway.
I think that was the idea with the tempered comments, like we want to be on the board, correct, if this moves forward, but it's not necessarily our first choice, that this is how
Yeah.
redevelopment will proceed. We don't have to say that, but just in terms of tempering it as a comment.
Is there anything in the bill that addresses valuations for Banyan Drive at all? What's the value of, no? Okay, alrighty. Okay, any other questions?
Mr. Chair.
Okay, Trustee Souza.
Well, Mr. Chair, I agree with Chair Kaihale. This is definitely the vehicle. I mean, looking at the district reps, right, speaker, you got the House Majority Leader, the Money Committee, House Fin. Is it common, Alina Ala, to establish an entity within HCDA, like a special committee or unit, or is this just something kind of?
I'm sorry, I can't answer that.
Okay.
I thought it was unusual, but
Yeah.
because we're in triage mode and I haven't drafted testimony on this yet, I haven't really researched.
Okay, any other questions? I want to move for a motion then to approve or amend the OHA position on bills affecting public land trust, matrix 3. Do I hear a motion? Thank you. Okay, any other discussion? Any other questions for Leon, matrix 3? Okay, hearing none. Leanne, call the vote, please.
Trustee Ahuna. Trustee Akaka. Trustee Akina. Trustee Alapa. Trustee Kahele.
Aye.
Trustee Lindsay.
Aye.
Trustee Souza. Trustee Waihe'e. Chair Galuteria. You have 9 votes. Passes unanimously.
Trustee Ahuna, can you turn off your, okay, there you go. Okay, now let's move to D, OHA position on bills affecting natural resources and Native Hawaiian traditional and customary practices, matrix 4. Any public testimony, Leanne?
No public testimony at this time.
Okay, Leonala, would you like to share matrix 4?
Thank you, trustee. So just to flag item 5, we are changing our recommended position from support to comment. The bill does a lot of different things, and we've heard from the community that they generally support the existence of the oversight authority as a management entity, but there is some concern about whether the whether this process outlined in the bill might might exempt some of this conservation district use permits from renewal processes, and this was flagged by Trustee Akaka. So rather than support, we were thinking that comment would be a more nuanced approach to identify both the pros and the cons in the bill.
So once again, the comment, we're moving it from support to comment. Yeah,
Yes, just because it does a lot in the bill.
I see. And how's the bill doing in committee? Is it a little rough?
It moved out of its first committee this past week. And we were not yet approved to submit testimony, but it did move out of water and land, so it goes to Judiciary and Hawaiian Affairs next.
How many referrals?
Just those 2.
Oh, just those 2, okay. Okay, then, let's see. I want to make a motion first, and then we'll get into the discussion phase of it. Okay, may I have a motion to approve or amend OHA position on bills affecting natural resources and Native Hawaiian traditional and customary practices, matrix 4? Thank you, Trustee Souza. Okay, trustees, any discussion? Trustee Akaka?
Thank you. Regarding that same bill, item 5, HB 2592, thank you for noting my concern. Specifically part 3, where it says requires the University of Hawaii to transfer the various Mauna Kea Astronomical Observatory Conservation District use permits to the astronomical observatories. That is of high concern to me. And beyond that, when it comes to item 5, also item 4 regarding HB 24903169, and item 6, HB 2593 SB 3310, and SB 2979, which is item 7. I feel it would be more appropriate to have these bills in the next round to move to matrix 3, the public land trust, as those are part of the Crown and government lands. And these are major discussion points that should be monitored beyond just customary rights and tradition.
We could with 5 and 6, I think with respect to 7, that is kind of complicating the issue. Community-led initiative. We were part of a meeting that KUA hosted with over 80 community groups that talked about the focus of this is really ensuring that the DLNR has a clear pathway to enter into co-management agreements with communities. So you might have been to Ha'ena, the end of the road, since they implemented the traffic control where non-residents have to take a bus down, and then the community also stewards the lands at the end of the road. They have lo'i there. They educate people who are getting off the bus about how to be in the water at Ha'ena without negatively impacting the environment, as well as safety. But they have never been able to formally. They have a concession, but they don't have the full range of stewardship agreements. So that's what this is really coming from. And so that's really where we want to focus our comments, is to support the community in being able to provide like the community in the area to be able to perpetuate cultural practices, and also Malama Aina in a way that's recognized by the state. So I think we really want to keep our comments there focused on the community goals.
Right, and I think that is great to be in collaboration with community, and at the same time, when I see the term disposed state land through that, that's always concerning versus co-stewardship or.
Yeah, I think the dispose is just because it's the portion of the statutes is amended, but this is not any like long-term lease. It's literally to make sure they have right of access and freedom to remove invasive species and all the kind of work that they do on the Aina to help preserve it.
Before I have any other questions and comments, does Lena Ala, do you have any other bills that you were gonna go over? Otherwise, I'll continue.
Not on this matrix, no.
Okay. Regarding item 1, HB 1933, and the companion bill SB 2363 relating to the counties, I see that we have it as monitor. And as I was reading through that bill, some of my concerns are, while I understand the intent with ensuring public safety and preservation of natural and cultural resources, I'm thinking about access for lineal descendants, a mitigation plan if it's in complete disrepair or if it is a safety concern. And I'm also thinking about the na alahele and access for those in general, and if any of those lands would fall under areas where the na alahele would be.
Yes, this is why we're monitoring it. We have the same concerns about access. And if it moves, we would upgrade the position. But right now, given other priorities, I think we can just monitor
So
it.
possibly a comment in the future then.
Yeah. That's why we're monitoring it. All the same concerns about access.
And regarding item 4, HB 2490 with the companion bill SB 3169 relating to coastal resilience, in looking into Montokuji Bay, would you say that those would fall under Crown and government lands? I mean, that's along the shoreline, and oftentimes, I would say it is. But I wanted to know what the comment would be for that.
Yeah, the idea with comment here that the other agencies also came forward to comment on exemptions here being too broad, including the streamlining of the state historic preservation review process. So that would be the essence of our comment, is that there shouldn't be this essentially special legislation for this one parcel. I mean, it's a shrine or some type of religious site, so I think that's why there's interest in trying to support the landowner in this sense, which we want to recognize that's also a valuable land use, but ensure that the proper safeguards are in place.
Okay, thank you. And regarding item 6, HB 2593 with a companion bill SB 3310 relating to Mauna Kea, I see that we have it as monitor, and that's regarding a 10-year extension. So I wanted to get your folks' thoughts on that on why we want to keep it as monitor.
Wants to do really the consultation and understanding what this is intending to address.
It's still early, right?
Yes, it hasn't, I don't believe this one has moved yet, so we're trying to connect with the most informed individuals on this.
Okay.
Or I'm sorry, it did move. Yeah, the House bill moved. Yeah, I'm welcome if you have more intel and have a position to recommend at this time. We were trying to do more due diligence on this one.
Okay, trustee? We okay? All right, trustee Kayali, do you have some question or thought?
Yeah, no, well, just on reading the testimony for, this bill from our beneficiaries, I mean, it's pretty obvious that, at least from the ones that submitted testimony, they're, you know, adamantly against the extension of these leases on Mauna Kea. You know, one could also argue that the legislation is special legislation because it's explicitly naming Mauna Kea the current master lease. It wouldn't affect any other place in the state. And the state's, you know, constitution is pretty clear on prohibiting special legislation. So that may be, if and when the bill gets is that judiciary?
Yes.
Hearing in Hawaiian Affairs in the House, after you get a chance to read the testimony, we may want to amend that. The DLNR provided comments. The AG also has concerns about special legislation. And even the University of Hawaii provided comments. I think the bill has issues.
Okay, we can upgrade it to oppose now
Yeah.
in the motion.
I mean, if you read the testimony from our beneficiaries, many of them who were very involved in the opposition to the 30-meter telescope a few years ago, it's pretty clear where our beneficiaries stand, and they oppose the extension of this lease, especially one that extends it for another decade. It's kind of, that's a long time. I would totally
makes
agree with
sense.
Trustee Akaka and her concerns on this position.
Gile, you okay with that?
Yes, that makes sense. Thank you.
All right. Hey, by the way, when is first lateral? When is the first lateral move? Is that next week? Do you know? Oh, that's probably next week, yeah? Okay. All right. Any other questions or discussion for this? If not, may I have a motion to approve the OHA position on bills affecting natural resources and Native Hawaiian traditional and customary practices, Matrix 4? Thank you, trustee. Okay, any more discussion on this? If not, Leanne, call the vote, please.
Trustee Ahuna,
Aye.
Trustee Akaka,
Aye.
Trustee Akina,
Aye.
Trustee Alapa, Trustee Kahele,
Aye.
Trustee Lindsay. Is she here? Okay, we'll circle back. Trustee Souza, Trustee Waihe'e,
Yes.
Chair Galutaria,
Aye.
Trustee Lindsay. Okay, you have 8 votes,
Okay,
Chair.
all right.
Sorry, Corp Counsel just flagged that we should put in the record the changing item 5 from support to comment and item 6 from monitor to oppose. So I think Corp Counsel is going to help with the language, or the board counsel.
Hold on one second. Okay, so so the motion will be to recognize the amendments for item 5 and item 6.
Sorry, could I just flag item 9? It's duplicatively listed. It's the same as item 6, so I don't know if for consistency, we want to mention that as well.
Okay,
Sorry about that. It shouldn't be listed twice, but it is.
okay. We'll include that in the motion. Yes, Chair Lindsay.
On the sound, so I want to vote in the affirmative on the last vote.
Okay, very good. Thank you. Thank you for that.
You want to close that
Okay.
motion then with the roll, with the reading of that roll into the record?
Yeah,
That motion already went through,
Okay.
but having. Okay, let's do this. Here. Since everyone voted yes, can we get a motion to reconsider the prior motion?
So moved, Mr. Chairman.
okay. Motion to reconsider the prior motion.
So,
All right.
yeah, and
So we have a motion. Do we have any discussion on this? Seeing none, let's take the roll for this. Go ahead, Leanne.
You might want to explain that on the mic about the reconsideration and then the vote for amendment.
Take the vote first.
Yeah, okay.
So this motion is to reconsider the prior motion. Okay. Ready? Trustee Ahuna,
Aye.
Trustee Akaka,
Aye.
Trustee Akina,
aye.
Trustee Alapa, Trustee Kahele,
Aye.
Trustee Lindsay,
Aye.
Trustee Souza,
Aye.
Trustee Wahe'e,
Yes.
Chair Galataria.
Aye.
You have 9 yes votes to reconsider.
Okay. So may I have a motion to reconsider and to approve the changes to item 5, 6, and 9, I believe.
Yes.
So we're moving to approve the matrix with the change, the entire matrix.
Yes,
With the
with the changes.
Yes.
Okay? We clear on that, everybody?
Yes, sir.
Okay, then let's take the roll.
Trustee Ahuna. Trustee Akaka. Trustee Akina. Trustee Alapa. Trustee Kahele.
Aye.
Trustee Lindsay.
Aye.
Trustee Souza.
Aye.
Trustee Wahe'e.
Yes.
Chair Galataria.
Aye.
You have 9 yes votes. Motion passes unanimously.
Okay, we appreciate that, everybody. Okay, let's move to item E, OHA position on bills affecting Native Hawaiian housing, matrix 5. Okay, Lena Ala?
Thank you. So on this matrix, we have 2 suggested position changes. The first item, item 1, we want to change from comment to oppose. The 99-year leasehold program already exists, so these are tinkers to it. We obviously have issues with a 99-year lease in general when it includes in any instant when it might include Crown and government lands. And then additionally, what's most relevant here right now is they're downgrading the term owner occupied to allow if the owner is like subleasing it, is still considered owner occupied, which doesn't really make sense when you think about the intent of owner occupied. So we are proposing to oppose it for both those reasons. That's the recommendation at this time, if there's, if the trustees agree.
So it's not a state bill?
Oh, Trustee Lindsay, did you
Um,
ask
Chair-
something?
Yeah, I have a question.
Yes, please.
Is this bill not a state bill because that's the only laws actually they can make for 99 years. They can't touch private property. So they must be
Yes.
so they are speaking about state lands or crown and government.
Yes.
And I'm assuming that it's geared towards the military leases.
What do you think, Lee?
Well, no, it's specifically the residential condominium units. So it's affordable housing.
Oh. So affordable housing by state or private or both?
Public-private. So when we did residential occupied, owner occupied in our Kaka'ako Makai bill, it was to be a primary residence to be occupied by the individual living there. So that was part of our concern, since we have considered this in the past as a board, that we had supported it being the primary residence of someone who actually needs it. But we can revisit that position.
Thank you.
Thank you, Chair. Chair Kelly.
Yeah, thanks. So there's actually a really, if you look at today's newspaper, it's a really good article in the Advertiser about this particular issue and this bill. So for background, you know, Senator Chang, who chairs the Housing Committee, has been advocating for developing housing on state lands using the Singapore model, high density, leasehold. And it's, you know, he's been pushing this for several years as to address the housing crisis, especially here on Oahu, and utilizing underdeveloped state lands to develop housing and leasing those units to prospective, you know, tenants. In 2023, we finally got a law passed, put some money towards the effort, and then in the last legislative session appropriated, think about $15 million or so to help fund this initiative. HCDA is the development authority, so, you know, Craig, again, kind of everywhere. But the bottom line is the math is not working out. Part of it is because of the restrictions that the enabling legislation had codified in statute, which was owner-occupant in perpetuity. You couldn't rent. The AMI margins were set at a different parameter. So it is very, very restrictive in what we'd be able to build, and without like major state subsidy, developers can't pencil the project out. So the parcel they're looking at is at the corner, is across the street from the convention center. Blaisdell, the Jack in a Box parcel, right in the corner of Ward Avenue. So that's where they were planning to build. So this legislation is meant to loosen some of the restrictions that are in this bill, because it's just not becoming possible to deliver a product that people would be able to buy. You're also competing with the other kaka'ako developments. The issue with that now is the true intent and purpose of what Senator Chang envisioned, because you're getting into the market rate structure now of $1 million units. That doesn't solve Hawaii's affordable housing crisis, let alone the crisis within the Native Hawaiian housing community. So that's what this bill is aiming to do. And if you get a chance, read today's Advertiser article, and it puts it into perspective. That's what this bill is.
So the bill's got like a poison pill in it.
Yeah, it's really deviating from what Senator Chang originally envisioned, but it's the inflation, the realities of today's market, how developers are just having a hard time penciling out a project with the restrictions that, you know, it also like prohibited someone who was going to have a unit in there for having other properties. So it would prohibit any real estate investors, anyone that, it had a in perpetuity restriction on rental. Now it's pulled that back to 10 years. Even developers say 10 years is even too long to prohibit rentals. So you're constraining yourself to a very small market, and there's just not enough sales to make a project pencil out without significant public investment in that project. And I don't know if, it doesn't sound like the legislature's, you know, willing to put in that type of investment.
Yeah,
That's not true public housing.
sure. It wasn't the intent, Chang's intent. The spirit of this bill,
I think it had, you know, it had, really great aspirational, you know, goals. It's just, at the end of the day, it's gotta pencil out, and it's having a hard time penciling out, so.
so we're changing the position, right, to oppose. Right, Leah?
Yeah.
I mean, based on your comments, you think comment is more appropriate than outright oppose?
Yeah, I think so. I think, you know, I mean, Senator Chang is also the introducer of the bill, right? He's also the one that has been pushing, this development model for several, at least 6-7 years now. I think let's see what the testimony is like, and we can also, we can also adjust.
Change. Yeah.
Trustee Lindsay? You have anything
No,
to
I
add?
agree with Chair.
Okay. Okay, so we strike the change and keep it at comment for now. Right, Leonela?
Yes,
Okay.
mahalo. And then the other one I wanted to flag for the trustees' input is item 6. We've had a request to support this in the past, and I believe we supported this last session, the nieces and nephews, to be eligible. So it doesn't change blood quantum, it just changes like the degree of relationship for successorship on Hawaiian homelands, but we're recommending support.
That's to expand eligibility to the nieces and nephews.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Anything else? No?
No, nothing else we wanted to flag. Thank you.
Okay. Then trustees, I'd like to ask for a motion to approve OHA position on bills affecting Native Hawaiian housing, Matrix 5. Thank you, trustee. Okay, any more discussion on this matrix? No? Leonala, nothing?
No, mahalo.
Okay. Okay, Leanne, call for the vote, please.
Trustee Ahuna,
Aye.
Trustee Akaka,
Aye.
Trustee Akina.
Aye.
Trustee Alapa. Trustee Kahele.
Aye.
Trustee Lindsay.
Aye.
Trustee Souza.
Aye.
Trustee Waihe'e.
Yes.
Chair Galutaria.
Aye.
You have 9 yes votes. Motion
From all
passes.
members, thank you. Okay, let's move to F, OHA position on bills affecting Native Hawaiian health, Matrix 6. Lee, you have anything?
No changes.
No changes? Okay. Before we get into discussion, let's put the motion on the table and then I'll come directly to you, okay, trustee Akaka? Okay, so may I have a motion to approve or amend OHA position on bills affecting Native Hawaiian health, Matrix 6? Vice Chair?
Hello. Regarding HB 1690, are there any other updates beyond what was shared last week relating the curfew relating to minors?
I think Deja gave the full update last week that we had met with Rep. Keela and
Yeah.
suggested INA-based programs instead and to,
Instead of a payment.
yeah,
fine.
and he was happy with that.
And then the age,
Yes.
16, 18
Yes,
difference.
to leave it at 18.
Okay, but has there been any other changes since then?
No, he agreed that he was going to, move it, forward if it moves with those, suggested recommendations from his own side.
Thank you.
Yes.
And item 2, HB 1536 relating to health insurance, wanting to know how we went from support to monitor.
I think there's just so many good, health bills, and this, we have staff limitations on time, and this just seemed at the outer limits of what's a core need for us to comment on.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, any other questions or comments for Matrix 6? Okay, hearing none. Leanne, call for the vote, please.
Trustee Ahuna,
Aye.
Trustee Akaka,
Aye.
Trustee Akina,
Aye.
Trustee Alapa, Trustee Kahele,
Aye.
Trustee Lindsay,
Aye.
Trustee Souza, Trustee Waihe'e,
Yes.
Chair Galutaria,
Aye.
9 yes votes, unanimous.
Okay, mahalo for that. Let's move to item G, OHA position on bills affecting Native Hawaiian education, Matrix 7. Any public testimony, Leigh?
No public testimony.
Okay. Leinola?
So I think, if I'm seeing this correctly, the only changes on Matrix 7, SB 3058 relating to school meals, that, I believe the published version had no position and we're recommending monitor. Is that right?
Yes.
Yes. No other changes.
Anything else, Leah?
No, I can
Okay.
answer any questions.
All right, members, I'd like to ask for a motion to approve OHA staff's bill position recommendations for bills as presented in Matrix 7, except for SB 2058, HB 1779 relating to school meals from no position to monitor. Vice Chair,
So moved.
so move.
Yes.
Okay.
I did want to make a comment regarding a bill.
Okay,
though.
go ahead.
Thank you. I just wanted to note that I received a communication from a beneficiary regarding a bill that's not on here, but if it can be added for future Matrix 7 regarding Native Hawaiian education, and this is regarding SB 2391 and the pay for teachers and collective bargaining. And since I'm mentioning bills that were received by beneficiaries, I think it would, there's HB 1881 regarding the gondola on the North Shore, and if that can be included in one of the matrices for the next round as well. That's it.
That's it?
What about the gondola?
I received communication by beneficiary regarding this to be brought to our attention, and that there has been, whether if you want to look at the news and so forth, there's been high opposition by community as well as beneficiaries as to the concerns for what that would affect, how that would affect the community and the mountainside environment thus far.
Was that the one from Neil Tevis?
Yes,
Okay.
it is.
All right.
Thank you.
Okay, Leah, you got that?
Yep.
Okay,
Yes.
very good. Okay, we have a motion on the table, everybody, and to approve, amend the OHA position on bills affecting Native Hawaiian education as presented in Matrix 7, except for SB 2058 and HB 1779 relating to school meals from no position to monitor. All right? Any more discussion on this matter? Okay, hearing none. Leanne, please take the vote.
Trustee Ahuna,
Aye.
Trustee Akaka,
Aye.
Trustee Akina,
Aye.
Trustee Alapa, Trustee Kahele,
Aye.
Trustee Lindsay,
Aye.
Trustee Souza, Trustee Wahehe,
Yes.
Chair Galataria.
Aye.
You have 9 yes votes.
Thank you for that, members. Okay, let's move to item H, OHA position on bills affecting Native Hawaiian economic stability, matrix 8. Leonala?
Hello, Chair. So,
Oh, before you do that, hold on.
yes.
Any public testimony? None? Okay,
No public testimony.
go ahead, proceed, please. Leonala?
So on item 2, or sorry, I guess these are the same. I feel like we actually talked about the casino ones last time, but maybe we didn't. So I'll just remind the comment that we had proposed was that if there is any type of approval of gaming or sports betting revenues, that you know, a portion should be dedicated to OHA and DHHL, regardless of whether it's on private lands or public lands, because most likely the casino would be on private land. So we wanted to suggest that as an amendment that that if any of these are approved, that we would get a revenue stream.
This comes up every year. Is there a sense of it even moving at all? A
The
gaming
sports
bill?
wagering one is,
Oh, yeah?
yeah.
see.
Yeah, I think it, let me see. It had a hearing on the House side and it was, I think deferred, but it might still move on the Senate side. Hold on.
Okay.
Or no, it's being heard today, so
Oh,
we don't know
okay.
yet what's happening. So yeah, that would be our comment.
All right. Vice Chair, you have a comment or a
Yes.
question?
Mahalo. So in our discussions last year, I did bring up the concern when it comes to matters such as these, that recalling that Steve Alm did voice his concerns when it comes to the health and stability of our community, and whether it's online or in person, how that would very negatively impact, and what enforcement would look like as well. So, and what I had voiced previously is also my concern when it comes to trafficking of people and trafficking of our people when it comes to this. And some of the statistics will show that it's a vice feeding another vice. So I think that that needs to be taken into consideration beyond the revenue stream. Mahalo.
All righty. Now, let's make a motion to approve OHA position on bills. Oh, pardon me. Oh, yeah, Trustee Aquino, sorry.
I think that without further extended discussion amongst the trustees, we may want to stay with the practice we've had over the past several years of not taking a position to support gaming and gambling. And that is what we've done as I read the trustees through the years.
Would that include comment?
Well,
Staying away from any comment as well?
I feel we could make comments
Okay.
to clarify our position, but we wouldn't want to leave the impression that OHA is supporting this.
Uh-huh. Because our position right now is to comment on both bills.
Yeah.
What exactly is the comment, Leonala?
The comment would be, yes, to clarify, saying we're not taking a position on the ultimate choice to allow it, but just to say that if it were to go forward, that it should include a revenue stream dedicated to OHA.
In the event that it moves.
Yes.
I see. Trustee Akina, are you okay with that?
I understand the clarification that Lena Ala mentioned, and I appreciate it, that we are not taking a position. But it's a tricky thing to say, if it does pass, then we want to benefit from it. Because it's so tricky, I would probably vote against comment. Thank you.
Okay, we'll have a chance to vote in a moment. Trustee Ono?
Yeah, just a quick question. You know, when we talk about gambling and all that, does that include like lotteries?
So these are two specific bills that don't include lottery. The first one relating to casino gaming is for like a single physical one, which would be like a casino you walk into on the continent. And then the second one is sports wagering, which I think can be like online, but it's not like a lottery where you get the Powerball. It's like you bet. It's a betting thing.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, so they're not, these don't include as written lottery.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you.
You know, Leonala, not having seen the bill, does it allude to anything like offshore gambling, like on cruise ships 3 miles in? Is it?
Why 3 miles?
Well, I recall other bills this way. Is there anything?
I don't believe, I would have to double check, but I don't think that's the intent. The casino one is to have like a building.
Yeah.
And then the sports wagering one, my understanding is it's not geographic at all. So I don't believe, but I would have to double check on
Okay.
that.
Would you please? Okay, any other comments or questions, members? Okay,
Sorry, Mr. Chair. Carry on.
okay. So may I have a motion to approve OHA position on bills affecting Native Hawaiian Economic Stability Matrix 8? A motion, thank you. Okay, any other discussion, members? Seeing none, Leanne, call for the vote, please.
Trustee Ahuna.
Aye.
Trustee Akaka.
Aye.
Trustee Akina. Trustee Alapa. Trustee Kahele.
Aye.
Trustee Lindsay.
Aye.
Trustee Souza. Trustee Waihe'e.
Yes.
Chair Galutaria.
Aye.
You have 9 yes votes.
Mahalo, everybody. Okay, let's head to item I.
Could I just also add one thing? It's further clarifying what we just voted on, but consistent with what was voted on. So on page 77 of the casino gaming bill, it does have dedicated revenue streams to different programs. So that's where we'd be asking to have OHA added. There's one for compulsive gamblers program and one for the administration of the gaming commission, and then 10% to the county of Honolulu and 5% to the Aloha Stadium Entertainment District. So there's already a provision in the bill to like send the revenue into different areas. So it's not like we're introducing a whole new concept to the bill. It would be in this section.
Okay. Well, thank you for the clarity on that. So there's no need to change anything. All right, so we have a motion on the table, right?
You guys voted.
Already.
Number 9.
Okay. Okay, let's move on to OHA position on bills affecting Hawaii Revised Statutes, Chapter 6E, Iwi Kupuna and Historic Preservation, Matrix 9. Le?
I don't have anything specifically to flag here. I don't know if there's any questions from the trustees. No.
Okay, members, any questions for Le about Matrix 9? No? Okay, may I have a motion to approve OHA position on bills affecting Hawaii Revised Statutes, Chapter 6E, Iwi Kupuna, and Historic Preservation, Matrix 9. Oh, thank you, Trustee Ona. Any more discussion on this? Okay, seeing none, we'll take a roll, please.
Chair, before we take roll, I just want to say for the record that there was no testimony.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. Kalawai.
Trustee Ahuna.
Aye.
Trustee Akaka.
Aye.
Trustee Akina.
Aye.
Trustee Alapa. Trustee Kahele.
Aye.
Trustee Lindsay.
Aye.
Trustee Souza. Trustee Wahehe. Chair Galutaria.
Aye.
You have 9 yes votes.
Oh, very good.
About the matrix and the formatting of it, that's for the trustees. So there's two things I wanted to mention. The first one is, and this gets confusing for me as well, but we had been putting on, when the way bills were filed, some bills were introduced on the House side or the Senate side before the other side, right? So we had a matrix, just had a House bill, and the exact same companion bill got introduced on the Senate side. Our understanding from advocacy or moving forward, we'd like it to be that if we've taken a position on a companion bill and the exact same identical bill is on the other side, we don't need to renotice it because that's just confusing for everyone. So that was one thing we wanted to flag, that we will be submitting testimony on companion bills that have been already approved by the board. And then we also just wanted to flag that the board had received a bill under the rapid response procedures earlier this week. And the way that the rapid response procedure is currently drafted is that we would have the board ratify it at the next full board or next board meeting. But we would like to recommend that that actually be the next BAE meeting would be the more appropriate opportunity, because for example, this week we have a BAE meeting, but not an agendized set of matrices on the BOT. So this would help us to act as promptly and efficiently as possible if we can have either that change or to just have a default practice of scheduling BOT meetings immediately after the BAE meeting so that we can get a authorization for any rapid response testimony that was filed.
Yeah, we're gonna have to smooth that process out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that would make sense.
Okay, anything else? Oh, and by the way, a prime example of why we gotta smooth out rapid response is that we were unable to weigh in on, I think it was a Kamehameha School bill, yeah, Leonala?
We actually, well, we did. So that was submitted under the rapid response, and that was the one that we would want to be ratifying. We actually just took a position, so ratification in effect has happened. It was on Matrix 7. It's item 6, SB 3123 and HB 2304 is the bill that the governor introduced to assist Kamehameha schools. So we have in fact approved the position. This time it worked out, but we did want to flag that that normally for the rapid response to ratify that position, it does say the board meeting, so we would need to have the board meeting immediately after, and also to formally adopt these positions that were taken. So right now they're BAE approved, but they're not board approved, so we're actually
right.
not.
Okay,
We still have to use rapid response for every bill that the BAE just approved because it hasn't been voted on by the board again. So you're gonna see a large number this week, but they're actually the ones that you just voted on for the BAE.
okay.
Yes.
Trustee Akaka?
Mahalo. I think your concern was regarding that Kamehameha Schools bill and why there was there was testimony, as it was mentioned, put in by the Office of Hawaiian Affairs, but I think your concern was that it was labeled as late testimony, and the understanding was that Kamehameha School, we were awaiting the desire of Kamehameha Schools was and how they wanted to go forward on that. And I think overall just what the communication would be within that hours to let the trustees know of these updates.
Well, full disclosure is that I got a call from from Rep. Kahaloa about whether we were gonna weigh in on this bill or not, because time was short. And so that was my concern. Yeah?
We did submit testimony. It was like an hour late, so it was marked late, but it was
Yeah,
on the record.
okay, gotcha. Anybody else have anything with regard to the matrices? Because we're gonna move. Okay, very good. Community concerns and celebrations. Leanne, do we have any concerns or celebrations online or in person?
No one has signed up.
Okay. Members, any announcements? No?
Yep.
yeah, Chair
Chair,
Clay.
the Board of Trustees will convene tomorrow at 9 o'clock in the morning. We got another full agenda.
Yeah,
You know, I'm sorry, Chair. The board will convene tomorrow at 11:30.
11:30.
We'll be going into executive session. Yeah.
Okay, 11:30.
Getting a week ahead of myself.
Okay, fine. So nobody come here at 9 then, huh? Okay,
Nobody come here tonight,
unless you want to just hang.
unless you bring your breakfast. Thank you, Chair.
Okay. Finally, I just want to recognize the attendance of a young Hawaiian, Thomas Cleek, who is a member of the Royal Order of Kamehameha. So I was approached last week by both Peter Apo and Keith Ridley of the Royal Order, and they are looking to be more politically active in the coming seasons. And so we've put them together with our advocacy team, and so we can kind of help them, because they'll have to decide on how they want to weigh in to any and all. But I think it's very, I appreciate them wanting to get more politically involved. Appreciate that. So take aloha back to the Royal Order for us. Okay, Thomas? Okay, anything else, everybody? No? Mahalo to everyone for your participation. We need no further business. May I have a motion to adjourn? Everybody said. Okay, thank you very much. Leanne, call the roll.
Trustee Ahuna, Trustee Akaka, Trustee Akina, Trustee Alapa, Trustee Kahele,
Aye.
Trustee Lindsay,
Aye.
Trustee Souza, Trustee Waihe'e, Chair Galutaria.
All right,
You have 9 yes votes.
thank you, everyone. The February 11th, 2026 meeting of the BAE is now adjourned. The time is, what time is it? 10:18.